And we are now. So we are broadcasting to the world. My screen. Say something. Yeah, definitely. Okay, so, awesome. Here. Okay, if you're looking for Matthew Arnold's presentation on Google Classroom, you've made it. You're in the right classroom. So give yourselves a round of applause. It's been a long weekend. Get the energy level up. That's all right. There was about 3 claps there. Yeah, great. Okay, let's go, Arnold. Let's see something here. So I am also attempting to project this to the world right now. So our questions, this presentation is going live out to on the web, hopefully, and we'll see. And afterwards, I get a nice little URL that I can put up on this presentation at the end, so you can watch it again if you'd like. You can hear those questions again if you'd like. And I also use Google Hangouts in Air to film little screen captures and videos for my students if I miss a day of class. So if I don't have Camtasia, you could use Hangouts on Air. It uploads to your YouTube page. And yeah, you've got a lesson already recorded for students that missed it that day, which is great. Especially if it was a really great lesson, you're really on the ball, and it's really great. So, it's about 2:13. Does anybody need 2 minutes just to recoup, take a breath, collect themselves, spill out some information so you can fit mine in there? So yeah, if you're worried, if you've never used Classroom before, this is the combination of a slight introduction to Classroom and for those people who are frustrated with Classroom. So if you're frustrated with Classroom, you think it's way too simple, it just doesn't have enough function. Today I'm hoping to show you that there's ways that you can link all these apps together with Classroom to make it a bit more functional for you. So, all right then. If we're ready to go. So here we are. If you're looking to follow along with me in the Google Doc for the description of this session, I've got a tiny URL down here at the bottom, or a short URL, or you can take out your phone and click the QR code there. Leave that up for a couple seconds. Oh, and look, Google Hangouts is sharing your screen. Hey, it worked. I think one time I did one of these, and afterwards all I had was the Google Plus screen. Like 15 minutes of the Google Plus screen with me talking. Whoops. All about learning, right? Google's all about learning. It's all about playing and learning, which is good. So I am, as far as I know, still a certified Google education trainer. I still have to retake my exams for this, and I'm still waiting for word back about recertification. But as far as I know, I'm still on the mailing list. I can still access all the folders and everything, so that's a good thing. And I've been using Google Apps in the classroom since January of 2011. So I was one of the first teachers in our board to start using it. So anything that was launched then, I've seen all the changes happen. Very exciting times. Excellent opportunity for me, because as a new teacher, as an LTO teacher, you're always looking for something to set you apart. So this has been a great way for me to set myself apart. And of course, the 2 words that I think are the greatest 2 words an LTO should know and should learn how to use often are yes and please. So when they said, hey, Mr. Arnold, do you want to try the Google pilot in classrooms? Of course, as an LTO, I said, yes, please. Yes, please. Hey, can you do this for me? Yes, please. Yes, please. Like that movie, Yes Man, right? You never know. Opportunities will pop up if you keep saying yes, please. My wife's not too happy about it sometimes that I say yes, please still, but it's another discussion. Moving on. Alrighty. So the design. Let's talk about design first. And yep, I did not hook up my speakers, so this is not going to be very loud. That's okay. Need some Come on in here. There we go, crank it up. What design? So I'm just going to pop out of the presentation for a second to show anyone who has not used Google Classroom before. Oh, show of hands, how many people have used the Classroom before? Okay, so how many people use it on a regular basis? Like you're still using it, you love it? One person, wow, okay. Next question, why don't people use it? Can somebody tell you a reason why you maybe went into it, but you said, no, forget it, I don't want to use it? Yes?
I have all my students in the Google Drive.
Sure.
And I don't really, I was hoping you can tell me a simple way that I can get all my documents archived in Drive. How to get that into Classroom?
Yeah, I can.
That's why
I totally can.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
a struggle.
Yes, because that's one of the struggles that I've had as well. And it seems like they made it way more difficult. Way more difficult. They've actually taken some of the work out of it for us, which is good, which is really good. In fact, a couple of steps, so that's good. But some basics about Google Classroom itself. So if you've seen it, but you haven't quite used it from there, this is the Google Classroom platform. It has three parts to it. You have your stream, and that's where the announcements and assignments get posted day to day. You have the students page, and the students page, of course, has the details of your students here. There they are, 2 students in that class. And what I think is one of the greatest functions of this is that if students have Google Classroom as well, which they do in Upper Grand, all you do is tell them to enter this class code when they enter to join a new class, and that's it. So if you are in Classroom, I don't know if you're able to join this class within this domain, ugcloud.ca, but if you are, go into Classroom and see if you can join my test class here. See if you can join my test class. I don't think you can, but it's worth a try. So if you go back to your dashboard, if you click on this here, it'll show you all your classes. So if you go home and then type in that class code there, let's see what happens. So go to your plus symbol. You go here, you go plus, join a class, and see if you can enter that in and see if you can join my class. It might say, no way, forget it. Are you in? No? Okay, so it's outside the domain, that's what I thought. Apparently that's going to change. They're looking at changing that, so which is great because if anyone's using it for e-learning, I know we're supposed to use the VLE Desire to Learn platform and everything, but that apparently is going to change, which would make it quite a bit more functional, especially if people are just in Google Apps anywhere. So that's too bad, but that's okay. I'm not going to panic. I'm not going to panic. Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy taught me don't panic. So students, these are where all my students pop up. That's how I invite them. And then one of my favorite areas and what I've used extensively to this point is my About page. My About page. And specifically with the Drive sharing folder for the About page. I'll show you with the example of my history class. We're just skipping ahead here. Is that I share all my stuff on here. So I've shared the online textbook here, and this is where the folder goes with all the documents for the semester. Here. So they can access it here, as you were talking about before. How do I do that? You can link it here on the About page. Done. It's just like that. So that About page has incredible functionality, and it's really a great one-stop shop for the students to find that stuff. Also, they don't have this linked yet, but I heard that they're going to do this, is that they're going to start linking your class calendar directly to Google Classroom. So due dates will be a calendar now, which is good. Which is good, and for some other reasons too. Anyhow, so those are the 3 very simple parts of Google Classroom. So the stream, where you find the assignments and the announcements for every day. And I'm using this right now for 2 students who are taking Alt Ed with me. So I just post the information and the assignments on there, and we communicate that way. Yeah?
Can you join your class?
You can't. I know. It's nothing personal, I swear. It's just because I'm in a different domain and a the school board domain, you can't. So, I'm sorry. Yes?
Question that was asked yesterday but
Sure.
not answered was, is it possible to recycle or save your announcements from year to year? Like, can you export it to a CSV or something?
I don't know,
Okay.
but that's a wonderful question. And I hope someone out there who's listening on Hangouts on Air right there has an answer for you. But the other answer that I have for you is that is what I'm going to show you in one of my first slides. So yeah, how many people used a Google website, a Google site before to run their classroom? Anybody? Yeah? Okay, awesome. So chances are you have a lot of information about your classes already in there, most likely on an announcements page, right? Good. So what you can do is this. Oh, sorry, before I go on.
I have a question for you before you take it.
Okay. Is that, oh, right. And I'm hoping this has some volume too. So here we go. Right. So the design. If you've used Google Sites before, the design for Google Classroom is very limited. So you can't use a lot of different fonts. You can't stick your fancy links in there. If you do a Socrative page or something like that with an exit ticket, it's hard to put it in the announcement part, like really type extended announcements out. So what I originally asked myself is, oh, yeah, what's up with that? Sorry, that was going to be a great song, and it did work last night. What's up with that? Why can't I add my fancy designs that I used to love, and my fonts and my little emojis and my GIFs and all that onto the classroom page? I felt really limited by it. I thought, why am I switching to this? I've already done all this stuff on Classroom or on sites already. Why? So this is what it looks like. This is it. So instead of having nice fonts where it stood out and say, look here, the giant font and the click here means click here and all that, this is what the announcement looks like. Not eye-catching at all. I felt really limited by it. But it's okay. It's okay, because with Classroom, it's so simple that you have to think inside the box with it. Inside the box. And by inside the box, they have created a few specific areas for you. So if you want a lesson, if you want to post a lesson there, what you would do on your Classroom link is you would quite simply go to Post and link a document directly to your Classroom announcement. Here are the details for today's class. There's a Google Doc. So there's lots of functionality in a Google Doc. There's lots of functionality within a Google presentation. There's lots of functionality within a video. So if you've done a video, and I do one on Camtasia, I can quite simply post something from YouTube. Or I can post a video using the file. I can upload a file so students can watch that. So really, you would just type into your announcement, check out the doc for lesson details. Or you could put the heading for the lesson for that day. Battle of Hong Kong, yeah, whatever it is. My history class here, that's what you could do. So keep it simple. Post it there. Read below for more directions. Check out this Google Doc. And so on. So here we go. Back to it. All right, your question.
Well, when I went to the folder,
Yeah.
it said the open folder has been trashed.
Okay. Sure. Then you can check your trash to see if it's there. All right. So as you can see, this is what it looks like. So if you posted that doc, this is quite simply what it would look like here. So this is a link to my website. So instead of just a Google Doc, I put all these announcements on my website. I made it look beautiful, and I thought, oh my God, am I going to have to do this again all over on the Classroom page? No, you don't. You can go into the announcements that you've done on your website before and link the students to that, which is great for me because I can go back to my website, update all the information on those announcements on my website with new stuff and better stuff, redo it, and then link it here. It's one click, they get sent right there. There's their lesson for the day.
So now are you maintaining two different places?
No, I'm not.
Finding Do you post new content on your Google site?
No, not anymore.
Okay,
No.
okay. So anything that's historic there,
Mhm.
you'll keep there or
Yeah.
what you want.
Right.
Anything new, you'll just link directly from your Google Drive.
Yeah, I link it to my drive, or I might go to the website and post it there because I like the functionality of the site.
Yep.
I have that open to me now, right? It doesn't limit me at all. It actually opens things up.
But your day-to-day
Mhm.
classroom exists in Classroom.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's that one stop, right? And so if I post this on Classroom, the students get a notification if they have it synced into their phone, or if they have the Google Classroom app on their phone, anything like that. There you go. Am I going too quickly? All caught up? Okay, so here we go. I had my 2 double espressos this morning. It's Sunday. I was up a bit late. All right. My Classroom site here. Again, I make minor changes within the Classroom site. Information's there. Anybody have a blog here that they run their class from? Blog? Anybody use Blogger in their class? Yes? Great.
Blog.
Okay, awesome. Awesome. So if you use your blogs, or if you have a blog, you can quite simply link your blog directly to the Classroom page as well. So if you have all these wonderful announcements and these discussions on your blog post, link it to your Classroom page, or put it in the About section. Again, put it in the About section. Do you need to find the blog? Go to the About section. I was having a discussion about 2 weeks ago with a colleague of mine, and she was going to start to blog, and she was figuring out ways to get a discussion going in the classroom. And she finally said to me, I'm not going to bother making a new blog because Classroom itself acts a lot like a blog already. Without having to set up sharing sessions, without students having to log in to share, to get to that blog, to go through a couple of steps to get there, the Classroom page is already set up for it. There are already students in there, and if they're saying ridiculous things, you can delete their comment and mute them from the conversation right away, which I love. In any post, any reply to a post that I put up is also sent to my Gmail. So if you love Gmail and you don't want to go away from Gmail, and lots of stuff is organized in Gmail, you already have that set up, your notifications go to Gmail, and they are notified in Gmail when you reply to them. But it's all here as well. So you don't have to give up sweet, sweet Gmail. If you really dig it, keep it, use it, love it. There you go. All right. Good stuff. Now, Drive. How many people extensively use Drive to share, drop stuff from students, collect work, check work, and so on? Awesome. Okay. The cool thing about Classroom, again, is that it doesn't get rid of Drive. In fact, it creates a Classroom folder for you that has your assignments in it every time you create an assignment in there. And for students, when they join your class, it gives them a folder. It gives them a folder. So on the second day of class, after we establish classroom rules, classroom procedures, everything like that, and they join my classroom, I get them to share their work folder with me. And that way, anything they drop in there, if it's formative work or assessment for learning, I get it automatic. It doesn't jam things up. Anyways, so you can still have that level of organization for them, and you can still take those folders if you do it the other way and have them create a folder and share it with you. Classroom creates a folder for me. So when I created my law class on Classroom, it created this for me in my Drive. It's already there. I didn't have to create a new one. And everything I need for that class is in there. And I took my old folder with all the handouts from my old class and put it in here. All the documents were there. I changed the sharing settings for the folder to make sure that the students couldn't see everything within CLU3E, because some of that stuff is my stuff that I don't necessarily want to put out to them yet. But it's already there. It's all under Classroom. As soon as you have a Classroom account, this is where you find everything to do with Classroom, including all the classes that you make up. Right there. So sometimes it seems like more work, but they're trying the best they can to simplify. It just seemed to be a little confusing at first. Any questions before I move on there? All right. See some clicking, see some looking, that's good. Awesome. Okay. If you're in Google Classroom right now, go to Assignments. Assignments, so here. So along with there being folders within Drive, if that's where you like to go, if that's where you like to go to see your students' work, to open it, to edit, to comment, anything like that, use Drive. Absolutely use Drive. But otherwise, any assignment that you create for a student as an assignment, not just an announcement document, goes here. And the students have the same thing. They have their assignments page as well. This is all classes, which seems like a lot, but you can break it down. So I can go to just my law class assignment. So they've had 3 major assignments. I normally don't use the assignments for assessment for learning. I just use it for assessment of learning. So summatives instead of formatives, that's what I put in. And that works well for me. The other stuff, I get them to make a copy of the formative work and put it in their folders so I can see. So that way they're still benefiting from using Google Drive to organize themselves, to organize their work for my class in there. And again, anything they do, if they drop it in that shared folder, instantly share with me. You don't get your inbox and Gmail filling up with student work, which I've always felt is really handy. So they learn some organization as an essential learning skill, and at the same time, it benefits me. Okay, next, grading. Here we go. So great googity moogity. The assignments page sure seems to get jammed up with work. How do I manage all my assessments for so much stuff? Folders are so much easier. What do I do? And finally, what of your grading program? Because the grading within Classroom is very limited. It's a number grading, and that's it. You can't add categories, anything like that. And it looks at the beginning, at first glance, that even within that, the points are really limited. It gives you 1, 20, 50, and 100. So you think, well, that's great if all my assignments are out of anything from 1, 20, 50, or 100. What am I supposed to do? Well, no problem, because I was able to type in 30. This is something I just found out last night. It said you can just double click where it says grade and type in a grade that you want. Yeah. Thinking inside the box. There's a box there, just like changing the font on a document, right? Same thing. So double click, put 15. It's a quiz out of 15, there you go. There it is. So because you don't have the categories and the weighting there, for students that just say, what's my mark? This is a good place to put it. Some of them check the grading program that I use, which is ngrade, but not all of them. So if I just put a grade there and say, great, you got 25 out of 30 on this, they're like, woo, I got 25 out of 30, that's awesome. They have questions still, we go over. If they don't, they know they got 25 out of 30, they can carry on.
You have to manually put things into ngrade?
I do. Yeah, just like setting up a mark book, right? And the wonderful thing is that they keep giving me the same classes to teach semester after semester. So in ngrade, any archived classes that I have, I just make a copy, throw new students' names in there, everything's already set up, right? Forward, saved on the cloud for as long as the Android servers are in existence until the zombies attack. There you go. It's really fun, by the way. If you spend a day with your students on a bus or something like that, have them say when the zombies attack at the end of every sentence. Good time. Or, you're sitting down with your family at dinner when the zombies attack. You're at the Google Summit listening to a presentation when the zombies attack, and so on. All right. I digress. Again, 2 double espressos. There we go. Good. And great. So let's loop back a little bit in this presentation. I have my NGrade link. Students could go for detailed information there at NGrade to check their marks, to check each category of what they got in each category. Where do you think I would put that link for NGrade? So where in the classroom would I put that link for NGrade? Anybody? In the About section, absolutely. Right there. And I did. It's the top thing in my history class is the NGrade grade. They click on that. Once they're logged into the cloud or logged into Google Apps within our school board, and they click on that link, it automatically goes into their NGrade account because everything's linked to NGrade from Google Apps for Education. So I found it really handy, really easy to use.
Is there a limit to how many things you can have in About?
I don't know. I don't know.
You can have 5 things.
It's never stopped me. Yeah, it's never stopped me. But if you think about it, if you put too much stuff in About, it's a lot of scrolling for them, right?
And it's like your announcements.
There you go. So if you have one page from your website, say, where all that stuff is listed already on one screen, and you like it because you can add those different columns on your screen, or a document, right? A Google Doc that shows all those links, they say click here for course information. I even put up permission forms on my classroom page. That's awesome. That's great. They're at home, they're sitting there, they need a permission form, they forgot theirs at school, they go online, they print it out for their parents, sign it, bring it in, go. Really great. I used one for my swim team this year as well, for running a sports team. That was awesome. I used Twitter and Google Classroom. Excellent choice. Excellent choice. Okay. We covered this already. And away we go. Okay. Link a grading program to your About page. Let's have a look. Nice little eyeballs. Here we go. There's my grading program. And it is free. So if you have Google Apps for Education already, you can log into NGrade. It's free. It's free. If anybody wants to play around with NGrade, I can show you how I set mine up. It seems a little confusing to set up the different weighting categories, but there is a way to do it. All right. As a review. What time do we have? 20 minutes. That's great. Okay. So as a review, thinking inside the box with Classroom. So keeping it as simple as you can. With Classroom is your basic communication page, your basic go-to page for simple information, where students have to go one place instead of 3 or 4 places before, which was stuff like go to your Gmail and check your email, go to the announcements page for the web page, go to the folder to check for your announcements, go to my calendar to check this to see when your assignments due, and so on. They can go to their Classroom page, and there's either a link or a spot on that Classroom page where they can find that stuff and be notified of it and ask questions and have conversations with other students and so on. So design. Yes, it is a super simple design, but you can link your site. You can link your blog. You can use the About page to post your first day handout, your course outline, permissions, anything like that. Folders and organization. Students get their own folder. They can share that with you. They can put their formative work in there, and it's shared with you automatically. There you go. Blog or use the stream, the Classroom stream, as a blog platform, as a blog-like platform, where you can encourage classroom discussion. And when the students ask you a question on there, you'll be notified in Gmail. as soon as that student asks you a question from one of your posts. So I have this one student who's taking history as an alt ed. I haven't even met her yet. But she says to me every day, could you post the next lesson? Could you post the next lesson? So, and that's the way that we keep in touch. Gmail, reply notifications are there, and then grading. You can link your grading app to the About page. You can use the simple one, like the 0, the 1, the 20, the 50, or type in your own numbers there. And really, that's about it. Yeah.
I was wondering for the grading components, do you happen to know if they're planning on introducing any type of rubric type options?
No, I don't know that. No. But if you think they should, and I was one of the probably thousands of people who said, hey, in Google Classroom, could you please allow us to customize this page? You can now. So you can add your own theme here. I can put a creepy picture of myself up here. I can put something very inspiring, something history related, something law related in there. So that, I was one of the 1,000 people who went to make a comment about it. And so many people did that they're like, okay, great, we'll put that in. It's just like the calendar linking. So if you want something changed, go in and tell them. Go in and tell them, because chances are you're not the only one. If they get enough people doing that, they'll have one of their many minions, I'm sure, work on it and put it up there, because they want people to go here. They want people to start using it. And as the community, we can develop that together, which is great. Anybody else? Anybody just want some time to go in and play around and link some stuff and build their classroom pages? I can hover around. Help them. Yes.
This is available just for, if your school wants to adopt it.
Yeah.
Every individual teacher needs to do their own thing, or is there something, is there a higher level? I'm talking about arranging a common bank of students. So N-grade, for example,
Right.
allows you to set up a school and add teachers, and then each one of them can do this. Is there something above Mr. Arnold's class?
Everybody's on here already. So if I want to set up a classroom, all the students have a classroom account already. All the teachers have a classroom account already. So if I want to add another teacher to this classroom page so they can follow along, see what I'm doing, they could join as a student. Yeah, for sure. Your contacts are linked directly. They're embedded in here. Yeah. And that, with that course code, that's the other handy thing about that too. Yeah. If you can't find them, if you have 3 students with the same name, you don't want to go look at their OEN numbers and go, okay, I'll invite this person here. Send them that, and that's it. Because yeah, you go to your students page, you can go to invite and build that list up, which is great, because before, within Gmail, you used to have to go into contacts, find them all, create a course code. It's done. Course code's already created.
That's grade 1. So what happens? Do I then use their school email them, and then I put up their email to accept the invitation, so they don't have to do it?
So, well, I mean, you could send a little newsletter home to parents and say, here, go into your kid's account and check their Gmail, and their invite would be there. So all they have to do is click to join the class, and they're all set to go.
Or else I can also go in and then just already accept that invitation and just Google Classroom as a kind of hub.
Yeah.
Thing.
Yeah.
My drive to the classroom, when they go log in, they can log into their classroom. It's there, that you can access their emails.
Yeah. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, it's a central launching pad, right? Good. Yeah. I haven't used Google or Documents, but I mean, I don't really use N-grade as a learning management system. I just use it as a markbook. That's it. There's a lot of functionality within that, and you can run a classroom from N-grade, right? You can have the comments, you can have the discussion board there, allow students to talk. You can even have parents create accounts on N-grade, which I love, right? Do you want to know what your kid's mark is for the semester? Absolutely. Send them an email, invite them. So this is classroom, right?
And then go back and then go to the other one, but that was the one that's in the classroom, it's not, they just kind of go into the actual classroom.
Okay, so you want to take this and drop it into classroom. So drag and drop.
So now, it should be like, because when you create your class, so now, let's say for students, they accept, I only had
Yeah.
so they have to, like,
They have to accept the invitation, right?
and they did that, and they did that, they have things that they've done, but they have to share their Google Classroom plans.
No, you've got to decide, right?
Okay.
You have to, you've created an assignment.
Which I have.
All they do is they click, they open the assignment, and it already has their name.
And those are some things, right?
That, yeah. So you and it has all your students here. So this is going to get you access to those documents. You just have.
So what we're talking about is that they should share their whole.
Right, so they get a folder. So they get a folder, once they're invited, it's in their drive.
Right, but once they make, like, they actually have the annual folder, once they accept your invite.
They have that folder in their drive, right? I get that too, because that's where I get the notification. It's in there. So they can see it, and it has their work in it, but it also has. Yeah, I'll slow it down.
Oh, I see what you're saying, so when they, once they complete the assignment and turn it in, they can no longer access and receive that.
Well, that's just the sign. Well, it's just a document, right? It's a worksheet. Or I just think it's a graphic organizer
I'm waiting for Andrew.
that we did for the day. So this is an old class. So I second day class, I got them all to create.
For me?
So before they had to create. This is pre-classroom. So pre-classroom.
You just create a folder and call it what?
Right, you call it that. So their name plus the class
Plus
code.
the class, okay.
So I would then create a folder to put all that, those folders in there. So anytime they drop the document in there, do it instantly share.
Right.
So with Classroom, once they accept the invitation to Classroom, they've got a folder. They don't have to create
They
one.
don't have to do, they don't have to do that. They can do
No,
that.
so then I get to find that folder and share that folder with me where I can put it forward. So both their assignments and their formative work
Okay, so.
is in there. Yeah, everything, right? For their sake, for organizing.
Right,
And if I want to see that form,
you can go in and look too.
you got it.
Right, so not just the assignment that they're completing.
There you go.
Okay. Thank you.
No problem. Okay, so now that's. Here we go. Yes.
See if you can help me clean this up or straighten up my head.
Okay, hold on one second. I'm going to end the broadcast.
Okay.
So if no one else wants their questions broadcast, I'm just going to end the broadcast now to see if this works. And then I'll circulate around the room, and if you have any specific questions. So, for the sake of the world, thanks everyone for coming, and a big round of applause. I'll edit me asking you for a round of applause. Thank you. And yeah, I'll be around until the top of the hour.